Hello, guys. Happy full moon. This is High Priestess Jamila. We are going to do some free one card pulls. No matter what the question is, I'm going to be disciplined with this. Okay. I'm not going to be doing any full readings for the chat, but I will pull a card for you guys to answer whatever question that you have. Okay. If you want a full reading, you need to schedule one at the website, or either you can cash at me at $Jamila Briscoe. I am going to give you guys a few minutes to get in here, and give me a second. I'm going to share this to the community wall. I think you guys can hear me. Okay. I am going to go to my little opus number one real quick. And so while you guys come in here, All right, so I got my deck set up. I'm using these three decks. You can choose the deck that you want. That is my Modern Witch Tarot. And then I have the Energy Oracle and then the Witch's Wisdom Oracle. Okay. So you can get a card thrown from there as well. Now, don't be scared of the boogeyman. The boogeyman is not real. You are more than welcome to schedule a reading with me or a consultation. Okay. If you want to do that, the link to my website is below in the video description box. And I guess whenever y'all start coming in here, probably a lot of y'all might be at work or something. Some of y'all, uh, you know, this is not necessarily the best time because over here in the Americas, everybody's usually at work during this time, which includes me. But some of you guys have different work hours. Some of y'all might be off today. Some of y'all, whatever. Okay. So you can either cash at me to schedule a private reading. I believe my 30-minute readings are like 50 and my 1 hour readings are like what, 80. I think you have to go look at the website. And I want to first start off by talking about spiritual work. And I guess since we don't have anybody in here yet, I want to talk about spiritual work and stuff. And then, especially when it comes to love work, okay? Um, when spirit has other things that you need to explore, and this is not just with Jamila, this is with everybody. Nobody can change the rules on that, okay? When your spirit guides, or either your ancestors, or either God, or whatever you want to call, however you connect with spirit, when you want something, like for example love, money, or whatever it is, which money is easier to obtain than love with spiritual work, okay? It just is what it is. Okay. um you can't stay stuck on just that one thing, especially when you're talking about love. There is no secret herb or ritual that can make somebody love you, or to make somebody do what you want them to do, unless you're looking at things that are temporary. A person should be willing to do those things. So this is really the reason why I am very careful when I am setting expectations, okay? For example, when you're looking at a man, right? And you want that man to settle down with you. You want that man to make a commitment with you, okay? Magic and witchcraft is not going to do that for you. The only way it will do that for you is if he acknowledges it. He genuinely has a spiritual problem that he has an issue with that he wants to fix. For example, if I do a soul retrieval for you, and a soul retrieval is literally this: it's when somebody is under possession, okay? That person may be under possession, that person may be fragmented spiritually, and they may be acting and behaving out of sorts that is not conducive to a stable union that you want with that person, okay? If you get a soul retrieval on that person and they have it in their mind that they are going to be uh bad, or that they are going to, if they have it in their will that they want to be a player, that they want to sleep around with a bunch of women, there's no spell work that can do that. Okay. Now, what we can do is we can make sure that you are not harmed. Okay. As far as protecting you against, like, STDs or either violence, a sexual partner or either a lover that has multiple partners typically will bring in a lot of violence unless you're in a polyamorous type of situation to where everybody is supposed to be accepting of everybody. And most people in this world do not want that. Okay. That is not within the norm. That is a huge minority. There's not a whole lot of people that want that. Okay. They don't want, um, to be having somebody that sleeps around and everybody swapping and going back and forth. They don't really want that. But if a person does have that issue, they may have demons and they like it. They like their demons. They like their demons. They like that what you deem is dysfunctional that doesn't go along with what your plan was for that person. But, everybody is given free will. Now, free will when it comes to witchcraft is different. I think that it has to be more of a if you have a natural connection to that person and they are not ready, or nor will sometimes they'll ever be ready to give you this idea of a relationship that you want, witchcraft is not going to do that for you. Okay. Unless that man is willing and ready and acknowledge it, he's not going to do it. There's no big black woman at the crossword roads that's getting ready to make your man, do what he wants you to do. Okay. Eventually you're going to end up disappointed. And you really don't want those types of relationships. You want a relationship where the person is willing. You don't want to force somebody to love you or to be with you. Okay. Is what I wanted to say to y'all real quick. Um, and it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist. And if you believe that there is a natural connection with this person and they're your soulmate or your twin flame and y'all supposed to be together forever, and okay, well then we can work on it, but it's those things still take time because that person may be running from you. They may be self-destructive. They may be on some other stuff and you cannot stop that. And so for me, I'm not taking those cases anymore because I've noticed that people that do that, they neglect themselves. Type of cases that I like to take are people that are working on personal self-development as far as spiritually, um, and they're trying to gain an understanding of what spirit can do for you. If you think that witchcraft is just about trapping a man, you're missing out. You're missing out on an entire thing that you need to open up your eyes to. And so a lot of people will complain about certain things that are happening in their life, but when it comes to spiritual work, all you want to do is pay for love work and breakup work and curses. And that ain't it. Okay? That ain't it. And if a man is already married and he living with somebody, there's no spell or ritual that's going to uplift that man, uproot him out of that woman's house to bring him to you, and y'all gonna be together happily ever after. Even if we can bring him to you, he's still gonna end up going back to that woman because it takes time to, like, it's just not gonna happen like that. Okay. And it's never happened like that. Nobody has ever shown their faces and said, hey, unless it was in divine timing, unless you're working with divine timing, then I would say that, maybe there wasn't much to remove, but there's all sorts of bindings. These women are doing bindings on these men to where if they cheat, it's going to release like a Trojan horse into whoever's life that he cheats with, which is ridiculous. I don't suggest doing things like that. Do not do anything like that, because if you do that to a woman, the woman is going to pick up on it. She's going to come to a spiritualist or a witch or a high priestess like myself. We're going to see that, and then it's going to end up backfiring on you. Okay, so there's a lot of things in your life like sickness, financial issues, certain blocks that you have. Love is a whole lot more complicated. You cannot ever force somebody to love you with witchcraft. It's never going to happen. Okay, that person may love you, but they may not want to cooperate with you. That person may love you, but they could have something attached to them. But if the person like willingly accepts that attachment, what are you going to do? Now, why is it only 2 people in here so far? And why haven't y'all said anything? Hello, who's these 2 people in here watching? Do y'all want a reading, or are y'all just here? Okay, give me a second, y'all. Let me get this going real quick. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Let me see real quick. Mm-hmm. God dang it, my son. He just kept replacing my batteries in my remote. Come on. Let me try to get closer. Mm-hmm. Oh, God dang it. All right. God dang. You know what? I should have went to my history instead. Get some stuff going here. This child, I got to get some AAA batteries today. Because this boy came up here and pretty much switched out my batteries. There we go. And now my remote doesn't. Hold on a minute. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. I am back. There we go. All right, I'm gonna sit here and listen to this mantra while I wait for y'all to come in with your questions if you have any. I'm going to turn off the camera until I get some folks in here. That was a sharp one. There we go. All right, I'm just going to wait for y'all to come in with y'all questions. Why do you keep jumping on that altar, child? Lena Bina, why do you keep jumping on that altar? All right, hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Oh, you know what? I don't know what happened. I couldn't even see your messages. Okay. I couldn't I listen, for some reason it was stuck. StreamYard was stuck on only two people. I apologize for that. And then it I didn't see any of your messages. That's so weird. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's go back over what we were talking about. Some Apothecary Empress says some of these women want men they don't love to love them, and that's sick. They don't love to love them. Yeah, that could be true too. Yeah, yeah. But I think that also, do I think that you should do love work because you want, like, you know uh, it's nothing, it's nothing wrong with, like, I think that money is a personal thing. I think it's a personal thing that I think everybody should have. And I think that it's, like, if you're a woman that goes out there with that poverty spirit on you and you want a man to give you everything, okay, like, you don't want to do anything for yourself, you know what I'm saying? So that, to me, like, I'm not that type of woman. So, and I don't diss women that are that type of woman, but it's that too. So okay, cool. Okay, let's get the camera back on. And somebody, okay, we're gonna start with John Lane. Yeah, it was messing up. That's why I couldn't see y'all. I only saw two in the chat. I'm not lying to y'all. And then I saw two in the chat, and then the chat was not doing anything. So when I refreshed, that's when I was able to see y'all messages. So I apologize for that. I apologize on behalf of StreamYard that somehow did some kind of weird glitch. All right, and you guys can also get a card thrown from the Energy Oracle as well if you guys want. All right, I want to get my, if y'all don't mind, I want to get my mood music going. Okay. I had to go all the way downstairs. I had to go all the way downstairs and grab some batteries because my son, he just keeps, like, God, next time I do a Dollar Tree order, I'm gonna order a whole bunch of AAA batteries for the remote. Brilliant trick to fix your hearing in 90 seconds. Oh Lord, the struggle was real. Okay. Okay. All right. I love this one. This one's nice. We're gonna listen to the owl frequency. Okay, so John Lane wants to know from his spirit guides. Okay, what will become of his neighbors? Okay, spirit guides. And then we, so obviously I feel like your neighbors want to move, but they are going to move. Now, John, your neighbors, they are I can see everything that's going on with your neighbors in this reading. They really could use some self-improvement. And they are going to do that, but they got some problems. They do. I can tell that they must be loud, and they probably got trash and litter and stuff, and they probably don't take care of their yard the way that you probably would expect them to do. It's something that they're doing to, okay, Discover Top 10, I got you. It's something that your neighbors are doing that you don't like. they have issues, John, and so they are going to eventually move, but they getting some stuff together. Now, before they move, things are going to improve. That Nine of Wands is actually a very positive card. So, so John, can you confirm with me that you don't like the neighbors because they it's some kind of bad energy and it's something that is after them, okay? So you can be affected by your neighbors not knowing what to do, you know? So there is a bad element that they are bringing to the neighborhood, and that is because of their family. They are trying to move on from a dysfunctional situation. Okay, I'm gonna throw you another card. See something that involves alcoholism. Your neighbor, their father was like a raging alcoholic, and it's a lot of chaos. It is. It's a lot of chaos. So you have to practice patience. Okay, you have to be patient with them because they're going through their own thing. But they are going to eventually move. Okay, yeah. The energy is terrible. I can tell. Um, what I feel with this temperance card is that there are some things that they need to figure out, but I can tell you that they are going to move. Mm-hmm. So, okay, they are going to eventually move, and it will be divine timing when they do move. Okay, Ashley, I got your question. Okay. Okay. And so one EQL wants to know if you're going to win the lotto this week. Really? Is one EQL going to win the lotto this week? We did do that work for good luck for the circle. Not this week. I don't think it's going to be this week. Maybe next week. Maybe next week. And see, this right here, this hermit, the hermit is encouraging you to do some like shadow work and stuff. Um, but we'll talk about it. Okay, behind the scenes. I talk to one EQL behind the scenes all the time. Okay. We'll talk about it, but I don't see it happening this week. And I feel like it does have something to do with the energies around you. So maybe if you did like some cloaking, I know exactly what we need to do. We need to cloak you. We need to cloak you. Okay. And I do have some invisibility oil. Believe it or not, invisibility oil, you have to be very specific about who you want to be invisible to. Like for me, I don't want to be invisible. I want as much visibility as possible, right? Because I'm running a business. It's not necessarily necessary for a spiritual business, honestly, because it don't matter if you get 100 live viewers or 2 live viewers. It doesn't matter. Spirit is still going to lead, especially if you have a website. I think that's why it's important to have a website, or either, to have a bunch of people that can refer people to you too. You know what I'm saying? I guess it really depends on what your goal is. Okay. All right. We're going to get to Ashley Rose wants a message from Lilith. Okay. Lilith, give me a message for Ashley Rose, please. So she's giving you the strength card. It is in the inverted position. Mm. She's talking about protection, warding, and defense is what she's talking about. Something that she feels that you need to protect yourself from. So, and I feel like the strength card, because it immediately took me to that witchy place. Okay. So this is all about warding. She feels as though, what kind of warding are you using at your home? Warding, not just for your home, but for yourself. You need to focus on warding and defense, is what she's talking about. She feels as though you need to step up the game as far as your spiritual defense. I'm thinking fiery wall of protection, but there's so many other different types of wards that you can do. Okay, is what I'm getting from her, is what she's talking about. Okay, warding off, any kind of spiritual attacks. Um, we're doing that in the group, but it's always good to have those things readily available in the home. And also to have like several wards set up to where can't nobody get past that, to where they they gonna have to go through a lot. And then also there's somebody that has a major impact on your life that needs to be binded. They need to have a really, really good binding on them. She's definitely warning you about like taking these spiritual enemies seriously. Okay. It's not that that she's giving them power. It's not about giving them power, because that's a part of the work that you do. If you put in the intent that you put in to your work, whatever it is, you have to put the intent that it's going to work. So then she's also talking about intention when you're doing your work. How do you set that intention to be stronger? There's many different ways. Okay. But it's protection and warding and defense is not about fear. It's about preventing. Okay. And throughout the years, I've learned the hard ways about a lot of different things. I had to learn the hard way. Okay. Yeah. Certain situations you want to be invisible. And I feel like you need to protect the mirrors in your house too. Like nobody should have any unprotected mirrors in their house. I've been meaning to talk to y'all about that. Let me see what I get from the Energy Oracle, and then I'm gonna move on to. You're welcome, John. I'm gonna move on to Discover Top 10. Is gonna be next. Okay, so we got the financial constraints, but you see, and it's inverted. But let's flip it up. You see how it's a doorway? Like y'all, like honestly, protect your doorways and your closets and your mirrors. Any kind of doorway in your house needs to be protected. That is the purpose of people putting up these cute little decorations and stuff. It's not just something pretty to look at, it's actually for defense. So, doorways in your houses should be protected. The front door, the back door, protect each room in the house. Yeah, that's going to be very important because I feel like, and we talked about this, Ashley, uh, somebody trying to rob your house. But people don't have to actually break in, bust the door down, and rob your house. People can rob your house spiritually. Yeah. So you can like my suggestion would be uh you know doorways. And you know what? I've been meaning to ask this other witch on TikTok because she makes these cute little printouts, and it can be as simple as like a little tiny decorative room that you just put over every doorway. And they're telling me playing cards too can be used for that purpose as well. Okay. It is. It is. It is. Yeah. And you should be protecting the mirrors in your house, especially if you're under spiritual warfare. But you know, my grandmother, she like in both of her bathrooms, and then she also had a mirror in her dining room. She always kept these faux flowers over them. And they were certain types of flowers. And she kept them over the mirrors. And she was doing that with an intention. So I used to wonder why she got flowers over each of her mirrors. And I realized that she was doing home protection. It was something about the mirrors because people can come through mirrors. Like that's literally what's keeping a lot of y'all houses just wide open. I mean, once something gets in, it's very difficult to get it out because they squat. But you can get it out. You can get it out of the house. It's a certain ritual that you have to do, but it's not just the house, but it's you, because you are the house. You are like your house represents you. Okay. Your house is like an extension of you. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Cancer. I really feel that way spiritually. Okay. You know how they say Cancers, we carry our houses on our backs. So, like, for example, and I can tell when it's a negative spirit either around my house or in my house because I'll go to the store and I'll just feel this need to hurry up and rush back to my babies, because they always gonna be my babies, okay? Even though I got a grown kid over here, he's still very young. God, I couldn't even imagine being 23 again. Oh God. Mm. But yeah, so now here lately, I did a tree ward for the house. Like I went out there and finally did a ritual with three of the trees outside. And so, because stuff can come to the house and they'll hang around in the front yard waiting for an opportunity to get in. So you not only want to do warding outside, but you want to do warding on the inside. And I think that that is going to make a difference in your plans in the future. What we talked about, I think that you need to learn about home defense and protection. That's not just a security alarm system or a camera. If you don't have like spiritual protection around your house, then you just gonna have a camera to record people coming to your house victimizing you. You know what I'm saying? So, learning how to do that stuff, and then you know like I said, I have a gargoyle outside my house. I didn't get one until this year, but them trees out there, you know oh yeah, I'm a Cancer. I'm on the cusp of Gemini, but I'm a Cancer. Yeah, no, I don't want to tell all your business, but yeah, like with you wanting to move, you may want to start practicing that now. And like when you move into your new house, clear it out when you get in there, clear it, smoke it out, bless the house, and put up your wards and your protections. And the way you're going to do that is mirrors and doorways and even on the outside perimeter of your homes. Okay. Yeah, trust me, I learned the hard way. Okay. All right. That's what she's talking about. Yeah, Lilith's, anytime you get any advice from Lilith, because Lilith is a witch. Okay. She's all about the magic and she's all about nature and she's all about protection for women and children and for your men too. You know, Lilith does not hate men. She just don't like misogynistic men, controlling, diabolical men. She don't like that. Okay. All right. Discover Top 10 wants a message from you, Lilith. I wish this deck was a little bit. I have tiny hands, y'all. So I have a hard time gripping these cards. Give me a message for Discover Top 10 from Lilith. From ooh. Somebody angry at you, Discover Top 10. Somebody has some anger towards you. If you having any problems, somebody is very emotional, emotionally distraught, emotionally unbalanced, and and she's bringing this up for a reason. You're gonna have to handle that. Okay, you're gonna have to guard your heart against whoever this person is. To me, it kind of looks like an X. It's kind of difficult to tell with just this one card. We're only doing one card. Maybe I'll throw an energy oracle out there for you. Maybe I'll do a free 3 card for y'all. You know, y'all get in here and get them paid readings in. Okay. Yeah, girl, my hands are tiny. I have small hands actually, and I can tell whenever I'm using this deck. So, Discover Top 10. Are you still in here? I believe Discover Top 10 done walked away. See that y'all too impatient. I noticed that. That's why I have a confession. I am gonna go. I'm gonna make rounds on TikTok today too. But I don't like doing readings on TikTok because people will come in there and they'll ask a question, and if you don't answer it fast enough, they gone. They out. Okay. And then when you see their question, they're gone. Like you can't even sit for 5 seconds. And with me, you can't sit for 5 seconds with me. So Discover Top 10, we're gonna move on to somebody else if you don't give me a holler in the chat because I'm gonna take it as you done walked away. Or either you done went on, you done moved on. Patience is definitely a virtue. You have to be patient. I have to remind myself of that sometimes. Is Discover Top 10 going to come back and let me know that they are still here? Is the question. A lot of y'all, the reason why you want to move, you move in one place and you want to move again. Then you get into your house and you don't want to be there. You're always leaving the house. I'm not house bound, but I am a homebody. But some people, it's like they don't feel comfortable in their home ever. Like they never feel comfortable in their home. And it's not to say that you should just have to stay home. But it was a test, especially when they did that thing to where they made us stay in the house or whatever. It was kind of like a test, and people was going crazy. They say that domestic violence increased during that time. Spirituality should have increased. Learning spiritual home defense is necessary because the gates are open and we can't close them. It ain't gonna happen. You are living in a world of witch and warcraft. That's just where it's at. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I was living my best life. It ain't like you gotta stay home all the time, but like if you know what I'm saying, if you not, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a Cancer. I connect very deeply to the homes that I live in. I feel the most comfortable at my home. Um, and I don't like to always be at somebody else's house. You know what I'm saying? Or, yeah. But John, there was a lot of people that was just like going crazy, pulling their hair out. I gotta get out of this house. You want to get out of your house because it's probably a demon or a ghost saying, get out. That's why you want to get out of your house. You got a ghost, a poltergeist up in there saying, get out. And every now and then it just pops up every now and then, and it's like, get out of my house. It could be, ghosts will move into your house and be like, this is my house. Excuse, and it can be a ghost that isn't connected to that property. It can be a ghost that don't have nothing. It just was roaming around and said, oh, it seems pretty nice in there. And they get up in your house, and next thing you know, they mad. They like, I live here too. What's she doing here? What he doing here? Like, that's typically what most of y'all dealing with. I'm telling you. And you gotta make sure that you banish them. And we do use certain things. They be coming in through the mirrors, though. I'm serious. Like, that's no joke. You gotta have something warding that stuff. Put a nice little cactus plant next to the mirror, as a ward, or you can draw sigils on the mirror. I'll put sigils on my mirrors, like either temporary or permanent. Seriously, y'all, and that's one of them things that people don't know about. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, people be irritated with me sometimes when I do their readings, and they be asking a question. Usually, it's about a man. Not usually, it's about a man. I get a lot of people that are ready to go on their spiritual journey, though. A lot, okay, and that's what I'm gearing towards. Because that, yeah, I don't want to involve myself, but I'll just randomly say, wait a minute, there's something in your house, not with everybody. That's not like the standard, like I just tell everybody that, because there's a lot of people, they sage, they do have their wards and their protections up. And I can tell when you have that stuff up. And it'll be something just like roaming around your house and out sensing. I'll be like, well, you need to get that out of your house. And they'll be like, you know what? I know I've been kind of sensing that. Or sometimes they be like, they kind of get scared. And so I know that these readings are supposed to be confirmation for something that you suspect, but a lot of times we're going to tell you things that you don't know. You want to know what's hidden, because 9 times out of 10, if you contacted me, it's a problem. And that's the main aspect of it. Really, demons are not necessarily always the worst enemy. They handling business on a higher level. But those ghosts and stuff that will be in your house and they'll follow you to work. Sometimes you go and you get in your car and you sit in your car and it's a ghost sitting next to you in the seat ready to go. You got to get that stuff out your house and keep it out. Like, no, you're not. No, sorry, you're not welcome here. What are you doing here? And I can even smell them sometimes. I did wards on all my mirrors. If you got somebody attacking your house, you better put them wards up. And they'll be mad because they can't send that stuff over to you. They will be angry. Or if people are astral traveling to you, people that want to astral travel to you and molest you and touch you and stuff like that, when you have those wards put up, they can't get in. Oh, Kinsley's mommy. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do your reading because Discover Top 10 done ran off somewhere and see. Can you see if this man is tapping in to Kinsley's mommy and her child's energy? Because she's been saying some weird stuff the past few days. Uh, you got you a Babadook, don't you? We call that the Babadook. When baby daddy is stalking. Yep. Yep. Definitely getting in both of you. Threw a card for the each of you. Threw a card for both of you, you and your daughter. Mm-hmm. He's definitely tapping in. And it's on an emotional, but then it's also on a masculine level to where he definitely misses his family. He's being encouraged to stay away, which is utterly ridiculous. Like, girl, you need to do some work on his mama. And then you need to quit dilly dallying, girl, because she gonna totally have that man under her possession soon. Yeah. Look, yesterday she just randomly said she does love her daddy. That's her father. That's her father. You may be angry at him, but she still loves him, of course, you know. But yeah, he's definitely connected. He's already connected to his child, especially and to you. Now, if he's doing things to cause harm, let's see if the real question is, because that's not harmless, but the real question is he gonna start doing things to cause harm? Because he'll sit over there and feel I think I'm gonna throw my witch's wisdom oracle for this question. He'll sit over there and his mama gonna drive him crazy. She gonna drive you need to do something about that, Kinsley's mommy. And if you don't have a lot of money, it's so much stuff out in nature. But I feel you when you don't want to necessarily bring that into your mother's house because, but I would say start with that home prayer. That way people can't get in because people be trying to get in. They be trying to do all kind of stuff. Depending on what level you're at. What messages do you have? Do you see any harm being done by this soul connection with Kinsley's mommy's baby daddy? Mm. Now, this card right here is telling you to seek guidance. This card right here is confirming what I'm saying, but also telling you to seek guidance, like getting a full reading. If you notice, it's a Celtic cross. See that? And so they're saying that you need a full reading. Okay. Yeah, you need a full reading and you need to look at that situation. But I'm already telling you what you should do. You really, now I did a warding for all of my mirrors and the windows and the closets, every closet. Oh, you know what? I missed one of my closets. I missed one. Oh, hell, I gotta go do that immediately as soon as I get off of here. I just remembered that I missed one of the closets in the house. Okay. Yeah, you do need a full reading, sis. Okay. And of course I want you to buy a reading. Like people trying, she just trying to get somebody to buy her readings. Duh. What the like, don't you hate when people do that? That's just like if I sold eyelashes and I came on here and said, okay, y'all, I got my eyelashes. I got these eyelash extensions and I got them on sale for $50 and you can visit my website. She trying to sell some eyelash. Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, that's what am I on here because I'm lonely? What the, you know what I'm saying? Girl, I don't. I be smudging my closets, but I forgot to do one of them. And I'm gonna go down there and do it as soon as I get off of here. Yes, ma'am. And I just thought, but I did do the windows in that room. It's in my son's room downstairs. His closets are a doorway. Closets can be a doorway for random spirits. So fuck, I gotta do another pine cone sage on the house. That's all right. I'll do it. Right. I mean, it's so weird. It's like she's on there doing those readings again. She's trying to get people to buy her readings. Like, duh. Oh, you on there doing them spells. You're trying to get somebody to buy a spell. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the point. I can't handle it. You're welcome, Ashley. Oh, you want some viewers? Yeah, I do. Thank you. Oh, God. Mm, I can't handle it. But yeah, he's definitely now. I already know in the tarot. And what's his mama zodiac sign, Kinsley's mommy? Because this Knight of Pentacles is in the inverted position at the bottom of the deck. I wrote a short story years ago about an alternate world that you enter into through a closet, and this is way before I was in it. Hey, that was your spirit. See, your spirit guys was revealing stuff to you. Them closets are a trip. Oh, she's a Libra. I wonder who this Knight of Pentacles is in the inverted position then. Random spirit. You do have an attachment. It's a sacral attachment. Something that you probably picked up from him. hmm You picked it up from him. Somebody he was with. And you do need to cleanse. You need to clear out your sacral, especially. There's a sacral attachment. And that Ace of Cups is really good because that shows that when you clear that attachment, like some kind of abundance or blessings is going to come in. Okay, but he needs to be cleansed too. He does. you know that's why, when I be hearing men talk about all the women they've been with, I just be sitting there. When you're aware of spirit, and these men get to talking about, yeah, I was having sex with all these women back in the day, and then all of a sudden you just start feeling sick inside, and it's like, damn, I got a lot to clear off out of me, don't I? Yeah. Sometimes it can be ovulation though too, but I think that you do need to do some clearing and stuff. Yeah, you can use a cleanse. This is like when I get to talking about my cleanses. So she trying to get somebody to buy a cleanse. Yeah, like that's pretty much how I pay my bills, and then I also help the client as well. Cleanses are very helpful. They are. So, anybody else got any questions? Get a free question. Yeah, this one. I remember, what was her name? And this happened like 12 or 13 years ago. This was before I even had my son, but there was this lady that I watched on here, and she has a family and everything. She's really pretty chocolate black lady, and I can't think of her name. Her name is it's not Afro Queen. I cannot remember this lady's name. And she sold spiritual products, right? Not spiritual products, hair products. She sold hair products for people's hair, like shea butter and clips and clamps. And she even had, like, I believe she had a shampoo line. And whenever she would come on here and she would link her website, there was literally people that would be in her comment section saying, "Why do you always tell us about your website?" And she came back one day and was like, okay, so I share a great deal of my life here, and because she's basically doing hair care. And so, you know how the hair care vloggers, you know what I'm saying? They'll wash their hair and all that stuff. But people was outraged about her sharing her website. She would say, visit www dot, I can't remember the name. This was years ago, .com. And she's still on here too. She's had a couple of children. People get mad. That's just like right now when I say visit www.divineservicesapothecary, purchase a reading. Oh my God, she should, like, I don't understand people like that. I think that if it irritates you that somebody is selling something, and even if you're not buying it, if you refuse to buy it, why does it anger you so much that people do buy it? And why are you trying to stop people from buying it? Why? And I'm gonna tell you why. Yes, dragon's blood sage is always good. Yes, ma'am. Depends on how you feel about the sage now, because they say that some people can't use white sage. So, Ashley, it depends because, that whole, it's like a whole thing on TikTok, where, you're not supposed to like certain races of people ain't supposed to use white sage. Oh, Natasha wants a message from her fiance. I'm so sorry for your loss. It's a big debate in the spiritual community, especially on TikTok. Some people say, hey, there's certain herbs and stuff that certain people aren't supposed to use. There's certain herbs that people aren't supposed to use according to race. And then some people are like, no, like, I don't agree with that. I don't believe in that. But, okay. Message from spirit guides for Natasha Pierre. Is he okay? He's been so death is kind of mysterious, right? He's moved on. He's reincarnated. There was a baby that was born in his family, is a reincarnation of him. He's already been reincarnated. That was quick too, but it can happen. It can happen instantly sometimes. He's okay. Were you aware that he's reincarnated? Have you met this child? Or are you still close to his family? Because there was a baby, there was a child that was born, but he's fine. And just looking at this, like, first of all, I feel like it was a smooth transition. I feel like whoever you're asking about, your fiance, I feel like they definitely went to like a beautiful place. He did. He went to a beautiful place. You can tell just where all this nature is, and but I feel that he's reincarnated. Okay. So Natasha, you can contact me for more info about that because that does happen. It doesn't mean that he doesn't exist as your fiance anymore, but he's still there in that time and space. Was there a baby that was born? Because there had to have been a baby that was born, because that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a child that was born, and that is his reincarnation. But if you go back and look 5 years ago, he's still here in that sense, because really, I don't believe in time. I honestly, time to me is like an illusion when you're looking at the spirit realm. And so he's still there as your fiance. Um, there was definitely a baby that was born in the family somewhere. And it had to have been close to him too. Somebody had a baby, and that child is him. So he's reincarnated. Yeah, it really is. And but I think that also, I think that it's something that we still have to deal with, because there's like deadlines and things of that nature. I think that it's necessary kind of in this realm that we're in. But when you think about like life and death, there is no time when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? It really isn't. So like, like when you look at people that have passed away, they're actually still there and existing in that time. And I believe in time travel too. I do. I believe in that stuff. Okay. Do I believe that there's a time traveling machine? No, you're the machine. You're the machine, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, orange candle is best for crown of success work. Or you can use gold. You can use gold too. You can excuse me. You can use a multicolored candle. Orange, gold, green. Mm-hmm. You're welcome, Natasha. Okay. Anybody else have any questions for me? Feel free. Mm-hmm. I gotta go there. I'm gonna go in a minute, guys, because I do need to. Can I write a candle? Can I write on a candle all the potential jobs I want, or do I need a separate candle for each job? Good question. When it comes to spell work, you really want to follow your own intuition, or you want to like you. I sometimes if I have a question, I will divinate or ask Lilith. I'll ask my spirit guides. Let's ask Lilith. Let's ask her. Lilith, what messages do you have about Kinsley's mommy's question about writing all of the potential jobs or a separate candle for each? Give me a message, Lilith, for Kinsley's mommy to answer that question. Why do they keep girl, you got a repeating card. I would say if I were to take this as an answer to your question that you should do separate candles. Ooh. See how I was telling you that that there's something that is attached, and the next card was the banishment card. Okay. But I would say do a candle for each. Mm-hmm. Thank you, one EQ. So I'm gonna go and do that closet board. Um, and I'm also burn some more pine cones in the house to sage it out. So I gotta go. I can't believe I forgot that one room. And I'm trying to think. I thought I did. I thought I did. Interesting. Yeah, that's the thing about when you're intimate with these men, they can have certain energies as well as spirits still attached to their sacral, and it can become attached to you. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go down here and check and make sure real quick, because y'all still got questions. Yeah, I'm getting ready to sage this house. I'm getting ready to get it smoked out. Saging can seem very inconvenient, but it actually isn't. The way I do it is very superb. I know it doesn't help, but I've been there and it means something for someone to at least care. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's Natasha. That's I'm so sorry about your loss. Yeah, that's not that's not very that's not a good thing at all. Good crown of success herbs. Calendula, mint. Okay, get you some mint. Um, what's another one? Think, Jamila. Orange peel, the dried orange peel is really good for crown of success. Believe it or not, abracamino is really good because that'll give you the opening doors effect. Okay, opening up opportunities. Let me think of some more because I just used a whole bunch of them. Cinnamon. Cinnamon is another one. Ginger. Ginger is really good for crown of success. Another one that's really good is, and a lot of people are asleep on this, is, oh God, why can't I remember? Goodness gracious. Rosemary. Rosemary. Rosemary is another one, but it's another one that's kind of it's like a Ayurvedic herb that it comes in the powder form. I gotta run upstairs real quick because I can look at it because I just used it yesterday. Mm-hmm. You gotta watch that boy's mama though, I'm telling you. Cause it seemed like she trying to take everything from you. She trying to take everything from you, Kinsley's mommy. Okay. Turmeric. Turmeric is good for crown of success work. Turmeric. Mm-hmm. Is another one. Trying to think if I forgot any. Stones. Y'all need to start getting used to using stones too. Pyrite, lodestone will help, it's good for attraction. And then also lodestone will, you can actually use it to, ward off bad energies is that lodestone. Um, she don't like me because I'm actually good to him. She only likes him to be with toxic women. Yeah, so that she don't have nobody to compete with. Yeah, that's so sad. That boy, I mean, you can try to do something about it, but I mean, he just ain't gonna have no normal relationship. Good Lord, I couldn't even imagine. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, guys, so that's my cue. I gotta go. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. And for private readings, visit www.divineservicesapothecary.com. Okay, and my contact information is in the video description box. I gotta go. I gotta get this house saged out again because I know I forgot to do that. But if you join me on TikTok, I do share a lot on TikTok, and a lot of times I will upload them over here, but not all the time. And so and maybe I'll get into wards and stuff more so in depth over there, or maybe later over here. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Blessings. Bye.